Ecliptor was the secondary antagonist of the Power Rangers in Space season, and he is, in my opinion, one of the most layered villains in Power Rangers. He has a pretty complex journey when compared to most other villains in the series. Not only that, his design is freaking awesome. So in today's video I will be covering his full story. This one has been highly requested, so I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Ecliptor is a hardened veteran warrior, having fought in many wars and battles throughout the universe. He is considered to be an extremely lethal fighter. It's believed that he is the one responsible for the huge catastrophe on KO-35, the home planet of Andros and Karone that caused the locals to have to evacuate. There is a great sense of mystery to this mighty warrior, as no one really seems to know where he came from. He doesn't have too much of a backstory, which personally I like. It makes him all the more sinister. We do know that at some point Ecliptor has worked with the evil bounty hunter named Darkonda, who was an agent in the service of the United Alliance of Evil. He also happened to be Ecliptor's main rival. Despite the fact that they are seemingly on the same side, they truly had an intense hatred for one another. Ecliptor had been a complete being of evil from the very beginning of his existence. He was tasked with raising the kidnapped Karone into a life of evil. She would be raised as Astronomer, the most loyal acolyte of Dark Spectre. Ecliptor would take his responsibility very seriously, becoming somewhat of a father figure to Astronomer. And he would debatably be more committed and devoted to keeping his adopted daughter safe than to his evil cause, meaning he could come across as a passionate character that is somewhat likable despite his evil intentions. Throughout the story of Power Rangers in Space, Ecliptor's true intentions seem somewhat unclear, though it is clear that he has a deep hatred for Andros, the Red in-Space Ranger. And this likely stems from a fear that Andros, being the sister of Karone, may have the ability to turn her back to good, and this is Ecliptor's greatest fear. Ecliptor has followed Andros to numerous planets with the intention of destroying him once and for all. Ecliptor's immense power and strength make him more than a match for Andros, or any other Power Ranger for that matter. However, he did save Andros from being killed by Darkonda on one occasion, presumably out of not wanting Astronomer to find out that one day her brother was killed by one of her monsters. Who knows? Now, let's get back to Ecliptor and Darkonda. Yes, the two of them are bitter rivals and enemies, but they can actually merge together to become an extremely powerful entity named Darklyptor. When in this form, Darkonda is the dominant personality, but Ecliptor does have some control, being able to split them apart if he really needs to. When Andros found out that his long-lost sister Karone was in fact Astronomer, Ecliptor attempted to keep them apart, in order to prevent Astronomer from learning the truth. He failed, and Astronomer returned to the side of good as Karone once again. Ecliptor remained devoted to his princess, defending her against the attacks of his own forces. He was branded a traitor and was captured by Darkonda. Later, Ecliptor was brainwashed by Darkonda to be fully evil once more, driving out any protective instinct he may have once had towards Karone. It was this reprogrammed Ecliptor who captured Karone in order for her to be brainwashed back into being Astronomer once again. Guys, don't forget, if you want to know the full story of Astronomer, we do have a full video on her that you can check out. And would you guys be interested in a video on Darkonda? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, towards the end of the Rangers' conflict with Astronomer, Ecliptor gained an upgrade, turning red for a time. In this super-powered form, he destroyed the Delta Megazord before his new power expired, turning him back to normal. When Andros inadvertently delivered Astronomer a mortal wound during a battle, Ecliptor appeared as she lay dying. Breaking free of some of his programming, he rushed over to his princess, asking Andros how he could have done this to his own sister. He vowed to avenge her death, and the two began a heated duel. After being beaten by Andros, he crawls to Astronomer's apparently dead body. Andros then destroys Zordon's energy tube. The destruction sends a wave of energy that dissolves Ecliptor into a pile of sand. He is the first of many Zordon-era villains to be destroyed. Given his kindness and loyalty towards Astronomer, even when she was Karone, it seems a little odd that Ecliptor would be turned to sand during Zordon's energy wave, when villains like Lord Zed or Rita were turned back into humans. I suppose this could be because both Rita and Zed were once good, whereas despite showing signs of compassion, Ecliptor was created as a creature of evil. Ecliptor was a merciless and brutal being who delighted in combat and destruction. In fact, He was the only villain in the United Alliance of Evil who is not interested in ruling the universe. His primary objective, aside from protecting his princess Astronomer, was the destruction of Andros, which again just comes back to his paternal protective instincts. What do you guys think of Ecliptor? He is one of those characters that I think it's a shame we never got to see again. It was pretty cool seeing him get a fair bit of attention from Boom Studios in the comic books, however these made me like him even more and want to see more of him in the show. If you guys would be interested in seeing his comic book story told, then again let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I honestly try and read every single comment that gets put on the channel, so if you ever have any requests or suggestions, or even feedback, commenting is honestly the best way to get your opinions known. That's it from me today, my friends. Don't forget to check out our other channels. We have The Broken Sword for Lord of the Rings lore, The Batcave for Batman and DC lore, and History of Dragon Ball for your Dragon Ball lore. Of course, as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button here as it helps out the channel a lot. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. May the power protect you, and I will see you next time on the 6th Ranger.